The response to our offering of Holsets has really taken off. I couldn't be more surprised. People want to buy turbos that they know are legit. All of these are branded Holset with a tag. But also they kind of want the knowledge behind the install that goes with buying the whole set, right? If you buy that on eBay, an eBay reseller isn't going to tell you what's required in your build. So in this video, whether you buy a whole set from Force or not, I hope to kind of give you the inside scoop of at least the 4 turbos we offer at the current time and what's required to get it on your build. So going from left to right, the turbos we offer are an HE351 and an HX35. These are geared more towards the 603, 606 crowd. Of course, you can go bigger if you're getting into a 606 with rods and all of that, and you want a super high horsepower. But really, for street driving, off the line, I have an HX40 Super. The lag is horrible. So you really need that small turbine housing to really make it fun to drive. And that's ultimately what we're in it for, right? If you're not competition and you just want something that's fun to drive, you need a smaller turbine housing. And that's what these turbos offer. Now for the other majority of the Mercedes builds, the 617 crowd, we have an HX30 and we have an HE221. So in this video, I'm going to go through kind of the general dimensions of these, what we are offering, what we hope to offer, and the obstacles and things you're going to have to consider when you put them on your build. So why don't we start going from right to left, and we'll start with the 617 crowd and the HE221. Okay, so here we have an HE221. So let's start with the compressor housing. If we go ahead and pull this open, you'll see that we have a V-band that measures 56.6 millimeters across. Now we do have elbows that go to a 2.5 inch intercooler piping, and they bolt up. Of course, we have the O-ring that goes along with that. Now these have a open flange. They're not twin scroll, single scroll. 5.5 centimeter squared housing on them. So the oil feed line is a special size. We're acquiring those fittings now. We do not have them in stock currently. And the oil drain, you may have to eBay or source a special drain for this. There is no guarantee that this is going to match up to your 617 or whatever Mercedes engine you're running. I have not tested that, so you need to do your own due diligence here. I would expect to have to either buy something or make something for this. Okay, so we do have these DC-EC clamps, as well as, like I mentioned, the compressor housing to bolt up and the O-ring that goes between them. Now DC-EC is a joint venture between Cummins and a China company that actually manufactures the clamps. So it's no different than Holset itself, right? Holset is manufactured in China, clamps are manufactured in China, but Cummins has a vested interest in those manufacturing facilities. Okay, so let's look at the exhaust portion of this. So what you'll see immediately is there's no V-band. Well, I looked on eBay. These parts are available on eBay, but really, they are way overpriced. So you can buy these on the Force website and bolt them on. Okay, and then there's a standard size port, which we'll take a look at here. And these fittings are about 78 millimeters, and we'll see that that is a reoccurring theme throughout this video. Okay, so on the HE221, don't despair. We are getting the oil feed fittings. We have the elbow, we have the O-ring, we have the back end, we have exhaust housing clamp and the compressor clamp, you are set on the HE221. So let's take a look at the predecessor, the HX30. Really, I think this is more in tune with the successor to the HX27, but the HX30, why don't we take a look at that next? Okay, so here we have an HX30. So again, we have a 2.5-inch outlet and elbow that fits up. We're currently acquiring the O-ring. We do not have them in stock currently. We are working to get these in the right size. We've ordered some, they're not correct. We want to make sure we offer the correct thing. We do have a compressor clamp that fits this. Again, it's DEC or DCEC, which is a joint venture between a China company as well as Cummins. They fit just fine. No concerns there. So you'll notice on the HX30 it is a single scroll. And the ones that we carry actually have a 6 square centimeter housing on the turbine side. So all of them are the same. We have the elbow, the turbo, 6 square centimeters, the compressor ring, and if we flip this around, we have the oil fitting as well. Now this is a restricted fitting. So in my HX40 Super that I run, I do not have a restricted fitting. If you look at the documentation for Holset, it has very specific requirements for oil and PSIs. So the common consensus is you run a restricted fitting. If you don't want a restricted fitting, you could simply drill it out. Or you can go to a hydraulic shop. It should be very easy to acquire this. And of course it fits in here just fine. Okay, T3 flange. Now I didn't mention it. The HE221 is a T25 flange. This is a T3. This will bolt directly up to a OM617. The HE221 will not. It needs an adapter. This needs a spacer. So there's a big difference. So running a spacer flange will actually push this away from the engine and allow you to clock this compressor housing to orient it to how you need. So let's go ahead and look at some dimensions here. Right, so if we zero out our calipers, we are now at 65.8 millimeters. We do have HX30 elbows, again, do a 2.5 inch, don't have the O-rings, I think I mentioned that already. Now let's flip this over. Now upon flipping this over, again we are at 78 millimeters. Very constant theme. And in fact what we'll find is all of these turbos have the exact same O-ring on the exhaust side. And we have clamps for these. What is an issue with the Holsets is that this is a non-standard V-band. So you can't just go buy a V-band, bolt it up, weld it to your exhaust and run with it. So that's a problem. Ben's Force is working on that. We have a resource that is actually an automotive mechanical engineer that is taking the Holset flange and he is modeling it, and we will have these machined to go to a 3-inch exhaust. So that is coming. It's in its very early stages, but we think it will solve a lot of problems. We have people that are cutting V-bands off and welding standard sizes to their turbo housings or turbine housings, and we don't really want to see that. It'd be much better to modify the exhaust side than actually manipulate the turbo in any way. So that is it for the OM617 offering. Right, we got the HX30, we have the HE221, we have a T3 flange versus a T25. We have different sizes of compressor housings. We have elbows for each. We have V-band clamps for each. We have the O-rings coming for the HX30. We have them in stock for the HE320 or 221. And oil fittings are the same on all of the turbos from an HX30 on up. except for the HE221. So now let's take a look at our bigger turbos. Okay, so here we have the HX35, and we have the HE351. Both of these have a 12 stamped inside of their turbine housing, right? Obviously twin scroll. So the oil fittings on both of these are the same as the HX30. We currently offer this. It is a metered oil fitting. If you do not want it, you can drill it out. Not a big deal. You can get your own at a hydraulic shop. Really, there's no money to be made in oil fittings, so do what you want with this. Like I said, on mine I have an unmetered fitting. If I were to install an HE351, for an example, I would go ahead and put the right fitting on it. I just didn't know any better. And after reading a lot of the forums, I'll probably put a metered fitting on it. Okay, so we got the T3 flange is the same. Both twin scroll, both the same size. Actually, the compressor housings are the same size as well. What you'll notice right away here is we have a fitting on the compressor housing to the wastegate on the HE351, but we do not on the HX35. In the future, I will probably source turbos that have the fitting on the compressor housing. There's nothing wrong with this setup, but if you want to use the built-in wastegate, you have to find a place to actually use the pressure hose to the wastegate. And for me, the simple source is the compressor housing itself. I will probably be looking for different HX35 models coming down the road. Okay, so we are sourcing elbows. We don't have them in stock right now. We do have the O-rings, but we don't actually have the elbows. These are the same size. We will carry elbows. The problem is they go to 3.5 inch intercooler piping. 3.5 inch is pretty big. And really for our applications, I don't know that it's warranted, but we'll probably carry a few of them. We will have the compressor clamps. We do not have them right now. Let's go ahead and look at the turbine side. So if we expand this out, we will see magically again we're at 78 millimeters, right? A constant theme. All of these turbos have the exact same turbine V-band outlet. So we will offer this V-band going to a 3-inch pipe as soon as we can get it manufactured. It's constant across all the turbos. It's a pain point for anybody swapping a Holset. So we will get this taken care of. Okay, so what's the takeaway, right? We've walked through 4 Holsets at a very high level. What can you expect for your build? Really, you can expect that everything's going to be custom. Right? I get people emailing me literally every day, multiple times a day. Hey, can I buy this HX30 and put it on my car? Well, yeah, you can. It's a T3 flange, it'll bolt right up. But nothing else is going to mate up. So when you go into an upgrade, you're going to have to expect to look at your manifold, make sure the flange is right, make sure that the positioning is right. If you go with a 606 and you want a HX35, well, you're going from a T3 flange to a triangular Mercedes proprietary flange, but really, you've got to route that up because otherwise the HX30 will hit the frame rail. You've got a lot of things to look at. You have oil feeds, you've got oil drains, you have mating up the exhaust to the turbine housing, you have intercooler piping. What you'll notice, all of these have V-band clamps. Personally, I don't like to lose pressure. I want all that boost in the engine as possible. So that's why I opted to only carry V-band fittings. If you want a hose on it, well, we're getting the elbows for those. We are also having custom parts machine that'll stick out like an 1.5 to 2 inches that made up to each one of these turbos. So you can hook a coupler right up to it. But, or you could actually weld that to like an intercooler if you do it a top mount. But expect everything to be custom. Exhaust, intake, oil feed, oil drain. Maybe you need a spacer or an adapter for the flange. But don't expect to just be able to bolt it up and use everything Mercedes other than the turbo. It does not work that way. So I've been through all of this with my build, and I'm sure you'll make it through your build as well. Whether you go with Holset or another vendor. Other vendors have other issues, right? Garrett's, if you get into the high-end Garrett's, you got water cooling and oil cooling that you got to work out. Borg Warner, not as big of an obstacle, but you got a bigger price tag. Holsets are a great value, and that's where I put my emphasis on value. So, thanks for watching, and let me know your feedback.